Hey, what up, squad? It's your boy KFlo and another camping vlog, and I'm here with my Ukrainian buddy Ivan. We're trying to make our way to Flagpole Knob, but that is so icy that we were going backwards. I'll show you some of the icy ass pass here. Sheet of ice. We still have 2 miles going up. I don't think we're gonna make it up there, so we're gonna head down, find another trail. But that's our site, tucked away at a turnaround. The view up here is gorgeous though, guys. We're pretty much almost at the top of the mountain. Trying out a couple new gear. We got this wood pellet stove. And I also have my brand new diesel heater mounted on the back of the truck. I'll show you guys more on some of the upgrades in a bit. So we're airing up right now, guys. That's Ivan. I actually just finished up, and we're here at a dam. Let's check it out real quick. See how it is up here. Yeah, the view here is definitely quite astonishing. And there's a dam. So we pulled off the side of the trail here, guys, for a quick lunch. So you can see now everything's more green and brown as opposed to the white from earlier. Ivan's gonna be cooking up our lunch tonight, well, today. And guess we're having ramen. Ramen and some dried fish, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Some squid. We're right next to a little stream. So it's pretty good, not bad. Quick shout out to Chris and Mary Buraz, guys. Thank you for the beer donation. And with that, we're having the Campfire Amplifier by Dogfish Head. If you haven't tried it, it's pretty f***ing awesome beer. It's basically a stout that has a little bit of a marshmallow and chocolate flavor. It's great, especially over a campfire. Look at that, guys. Got some Korean spicy ramen with some squid. It's pretty goddamn good, especially when it's a little bit chilly outside. So after a few hours of driving around, guys, we finally got to our campsite. So you can see here, it's really big. It's really nice. I'll have to remember where this is, definitely. But a lot of the roads were closed, probably due to the recent snowstorm. I know, at least when we were trying to go to Flagpole Knob, that ice was just so treacherous. You can't even stand on that thing. But yeah, at least the southern portion of Virginia, I think we're in the Shenandoah Valley. It's really not iced over, and it's relatively warm, roughly in the 40s. So, all right, guys, I'm going to give you a quick tour, quick update of the new stuff that I've put. There's a diesel heater there, and I'll probably do this in the morning to show you how everything's piped. But diesel comes in here. There's the intake here. This is the exhaust here. And then the actual heater is right there, guys. This is my fresh water, drinking water. And then I have wastewater there. And this is wash water. So I have this whole new sink setup up top. I put 2 storage boxes right next to the toilet, so that the toilet is fixed. That's actually strapped down. Let's go inside. And pretty much I have these 2 big storage boxes here that doubles as a bench. I'll show you how that's set up, and it's held down by these straps. So this is pretty much a small table that sets up just like that, and this becomes a bench seat, just like that. And it's pretty much the same thing on the opposite side. So right now these cabinets are pretty crude, so if I take this off, it's basically just a storage chest, just like that. And all my kitchen gear is on this one side here. And this is basically empty right now. I don't really have anything in there. And the reason why I have it insetted at the bottom is these things are actually storage underneath here that came with the camper. Same thing on the opposite side. So I still wanted access to those areas. And this is the sink, guys. Nice solid countertop. The sink has this grate, so it actually allows me to at least wash dishes and dry them here. Right now this thing's dead, so I'm not gonna run it, but I have tested and ran this whole thing and it worked pretty well.
Flashback.
And the hose will go into this fresh water jug. This is a 3-gallon jug, and all I have to do is open this jug and put this hose inside. I'll end up using a more rigid and longer hose, and right now I'm just using that hose that came with. And the drain pretty much just goes right into this drain pipe here, into this funnel, and into this this wastewater jug. And the reason why I did that is so that I can just remove this without having to mess around with the fitting here. I don't want anything loosening and also leaking. So that's why I used the funnel. The funnel will divert all the water in there. Now to see it in action, guys. There she goes. So that's the kitchen sink, guys.
End of flashback.
And these storage boxes here. This is a bunch of random stuff. And here is just charcoal and propane tanks. So that's pretty much the build update. The fridge is there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to redo this whole 2 storage chests and make them into a drawer system, so that I have to keep taking that lid off the top, because that does get a little annoying. But for the most part, it worked really well for how crude it is. This was just a test of how to store and run everything. Okay, a little more on the diesel heater. This thing's pretty awesome. And the reason why I went with a diesel heater instead of a propane heater is that this only pulls like less than an amp of current, and it runs off of diesel. This whole tank can pretty much support the heat up to like 5 days, and each of those propane tanks can only do 1 8-hour run with the Mr. Buddy heater. Secondly, is that the propane tanks actually create a lot of moisture inside the camper, and I'm trying to prevent as much moisture as possible here. That's why I went with diesel heater as well. So with the fact that diesel is pretty easy to refill and propane is much more expensive to run, I went with diesel heater. It did require a little bit of work to install, but it works really well. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, these brackets are actually 3D printed, so it fits perfectly right onto the ledge of this bed. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it's definitely not the most stable, but it can hold a drink and some food with no problem. Not bad. It's the following morning now, guys. Cooking up some breakfast and some coffee. But here's our campsite. It's really quite peaceful right next to the stream. And there's Ivan cooking up breakfast. We got some corned beef and rice. We should can you lower the rice? It looks like it's starting to boil over. And oh yeah, now that we have daylight, I'll show you guys the diesel heater. So as I mentioned, this thing here is the intake for the combustion, and this is the exhaust. And all the diesel fuel comes down this tank, goes through this filter, and then it's pumped in a pulse-like manner. You can hear it, but it's really quiet. I mean, it almost sounds like a hair dryer on low. From the inside, it's just right there. There's the control panel right there. All the cold air comes in from the bottom here, and then is routed up top, and the hot air is adjusted. You can adjust this thing, the direction of wherever you want the hot air to go, and it just recirculates in the camper. So it's really nice. You get the camper nice and warm in like less than a few minutes. And another really nice thing about this diesel heater is it actually comes with a little remote. So remote has a on-off switch. So if I'm laying in bed, I usually like to just pre-warm the camper so that it's warm when I get in there, and then before I go to bed I turn it off, and when I wake up in the morning I turn it back on, and I don't have to get up off the bed to warm the camper up again. I can just use the remote, and it's good to go. It's pretty awesome. There's breakfast, guys. Line the plate with foil so that we don't have to clean the plate. It's working a little bit better than plastic wrap, but it's really cold, and we got the fire going again. We'll probably peace out after breakfast. I think we're trying to leave mid-morning. So that's pretty much it for this vlog, guys. I hope you enjoyed the update that I've put into the camper. It was a little bit of work, especially to do all the woodworking. But it's been really comfortable so far. And if you guys have any creative ideas as to how I can improve the camper, I'm totally open for suggestions. So please leave them in the comment below. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all next time. Peace. This is the life, guys. Pretty awesome.